Hello, I'm David Witter, but I'm better known as Katie's husband.
Hello, I'm Katie Witter, David's wife, and we are the parents of our two young children, Will and Kate. We also own a business together where we work in our careers to earn a living. And if you're anything like us, you probably wish you had twice as many hours in the day to get everything done. You're receiving this invitation to Families and Money, a couples workshop, and probably wondering two things. Why would I invest 3 hours of my afternoon to be with you all? And what can I expect?
Great questions, Katie. So one of the things that we like to think about is like we're in this journey through life, and it seems like it continues to accelerate and just flying by. It just seems like yesterday that we were taking Will home from Winnie Palmer, and that was 3.5 years ago. But one thing is really clear: no matter how fast life is coming at us and going by, there are really some important things in life that we don't get do-overs. You just have one shot to get it right. And that's how we've organized this workshop, is around those 4 areas that we've selected. So the first is in our marriages. How do we have satisfying and fulfilling marriages that go the distance? And especially in today's culture where there's a 50% divorce rate, it's more difficult and challenging than ever.
Yes, and the number one reason for divorce today is over money stresses.
And the second area is, how do we raise children that are well adjusted and launch into their careers and maybe have families of their own and into life with values and principles that we know work and really open up success for them? And like within the money conversation, many of them are coming out with student loans and debt that we never even thought of just 30 years ago.
Right, and third, in today's global competitive marketplace that's putting so much pressure, downward pressure on our incomes, we seem to be out of harmony when it comes to life, career, and our family.
And then the fourth area is, what about faith and giving? Does that even belong in our conversations around money and family and our marriages? And we have some really interesting research to share at the workshop, like what does it say? Like those that integrate faith and giving into their families and their money conversations, does it actually bring happiness and even more fulfillment? So we'll discuss those 4 areas as we launch into our workshop.
And what can you expect? We'll have a workbook with notes that you can work out of. We'll have questions to consider. We'll have a Q&A with our guest speakers and new ideas to try and employ in your own life.
Yeah, and let me be the first to say here, Katie and I, we certainly don't have all this figured out. And I think the Swansons and the Cinemas would probably say the same thing. But the reason for this workshop is we have a lot of research, the nature of our business, plus the 45 interviews that we did last year with those that assessed they were really successful in money and business, but also had very satisfying lives when it came to their family. And also the Swanson and the Cinemas, what wisdom they're going to be able to share, and what they see, like what are some of the best practices that are working well, what's not working well, ways to think about these things. And here is the end objective. We want you and your spouse to come away from this workshop with 3 or 4 or 5 new practices, new actions to be in to change the trajectory of your life and your family.
So, what to do next? Click on the link in this email and get registered February 21st from 3 to 6 p.m. in Lee Fellowship Hall at First Presbyterian Church of Orlando. We hope to see you there.